Many dismiss semen retention as pseudoscience or an outdated tradition, but those who practice it consistently report profound transformations, increased energy, mental clarity, heightened confidence, and a deeper connection to life's purpose. Why? Because alignment is everything. When you retain your life force, you stop leaking energy and instead channel it toward your highest potential. Alignment is not just a buzzword for productivity or success. It is a foundation of true power, purpose, and peace. And for men on the journey of semen retention, alignment becomes the very lifeblood of that journey. Alignment means a harmony between your thoughts, energy, actions, purpose, and higher self. It is when your inner world is not at war with your outer actions. Semen retention is not just about abstaining from sexual release. It is about aligning with a deeper version of yourself, a version not ruled by lust, but led by legacy. When you are out of alignment, you chase pleasure over purpose, validation over vision, and chaos over clarity. But when you're in alignment, mentally, physically, spiritually, and sexually, you become unstoppable. You become a man the world cannot ignore. Let's explore why alignment is everything, especially on the path of semen retention. Alignment means your energy is moving in one direction. Your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are congruent. Your goals match your actions. Your habits reflect your values. And your sexual energy is not scattered, but focused. Most men live in disarray. They want greatness, but indulge in weakness. They speak of discipline, but live in indulgence. They crave connection, but chase lust. This split creates inner conflict, and inner conflict is the root of suffering. Semen retention is a spiritual and biological alignment. It is saying, I will not waste the essence of who I am. It is a decision to keep your life force inside you, let it grow, let it guide you, and let it fuel your divine assignment. When you retain, you are not just holding back semen. You are reclaiming alignment. You are no longer leaking energy. You are storing and sharpening it. This sharpness becomes clarity, and clarity births power. Lust is the number one force that knocks men out of alignment. Lust promises pleasure, but robs you of presence. It demands everything and gives nothing. When you're addicted to lust, through porn, casual sex, or chronic ejaculation, you are fragmented. You say you want to build something great, but every night you sacrifice your seed for 5 seconds of escape. That is misalignment. You cannot create legacy and live in lust simultaneously. One will cancel out the other. Lust takes you from the vertical path, purpose, to the horizontal trap, pleasure. It lowers your vibration. It fogs your mind. It scatters your focus. And worst of all, it makes you feel like you're in control, when in reality you're enslaved. True alignment requires the courage to sever ties with the false gods of lust. Semen retention is a sword that cuts through illusion. It is a declaration. I will no longer bow to what is beneath me. Sexual energy is not just for sex. It is a creative force of life. When retained, it becomes a fuel for focus, discipline, creativity, and magnetism. But when squandered, it leads to confusion, fatigue, and regret. Alignment means redirecting this energy toward your mission. Every day you retain, your energy compounds. Your voice deepens. Your eyes sharpen. Your presence expands. Why? Because your energy is aligned with your higher self. Unaligned energy is chaotic. You start things you don't finish. You chase what doesn't feed you. You sabotage your own progress. But aligned energy is potent. It builds. It attracts. It commands. Think of semen retention as a dam that holds back a river, not to stop the flow, but to direct it with precision. That river can now power cities. That's what your retained energy does when you're in alignment. It doesn't just exist. It creates. A man in alignment is not distracted by every woman, every notification, or every emotion. His mind is trained. His thoughts are orderly. He has vision, and he protects it with his life. Semen retention helps rewire your brain for discipline. It removes the constant stimulation of lust and forces you into stillness. This stillness is where true clarity comes from. It is in this silence that your purpose speaks. Misaligned men are overstimulated. They can't sit still. They're always chasing dopamine, through scrolling, swiping, or sexual release. But aligned men choose discomfort if it leads to development. They trade cheap dopamine for deep fulfillment. When your mind is aligned with your goals, and your goals are aligned with your soul, you cannot lose. You become focused, fearless, fulfilled. That is the gift of mental alignment on the retention path. Your body is the temple of your spirit and the carrier of your energy. When you retain, your body begins to regenerate. Your posture improves. Your eyes glow. Your skin tightens. Your voice deepens. Your testosterone rises. But more importantly, your body becomes a vessel for divine power. It's no longer weighed down by excessive ejaculation, which weakens the nervous system and drains the body. Retention restores vitality. Physical alignment is not just about working out or eating clean. It's about honoring your body as the engine of your purpose. It's about treating your physical self with reverence because it houses your sacred energy. Retention gives your body the chance to rebuild, to strengthen, to become an extension of your discipline. You move differently when you're aligned physically. You walk with weight. You radiate intention. You become magnetic. At its core, semen retention is a spiritual journey. You are not just retaining. You are remembering who you are, remembering why you're here, remembering that your seed is sacred. When you ejaculate constantly, you weaken the connection to your higher self. You numb the spiritual senses. But when you retain, you create space for divine guidance. You become more intuitive, more discerning, more aligned with truth. Spiritual alignment means you no longer serve the flesh. You serve the spirit. You live for legacy, not lust. You seek purpose, not pleasure. You walk with God, not with guilt. The path of retention realigns your soul with your assignment. It reminds you that your energy is not just for you. It's for the world. You are here to build, to lead, to serve. And you cannot do that if you're enslaved to lust. Emotional alignment, mastering the inner storm. Men on retention must also master their emotions. Lust is often a mask for deeper wounds, rejection, insecurity, loneliness. When you stop running to porn or sex, all those emotions come up, and this is a gift. Why? Because now you can face them, heal them, integrate them. That is emotional alignment. When you no longer fear your feelings but understand them, you learn to respond instead of react, to express instead of explode, to be present with pain instead of escaping it. This emotional maturity is what separates aligned men from boys. Boys run. Men remain. Retention gives you the space to feel fully without being controlled by your feelings. That is the heart of emotional mastery. And emotional mastery is the root of leadership. Alignment attracts everything you need. Join our Telegram channel to access our community where your life will be transforming. Please click on the link below. Let's continue our topic. Here's the secret. When you are in alignment, you don't chase, you attract. Women, opportunities, resources, mentors, they all come to man who is in alignment because his energy is clean, his focus is sharp, his aura is powerful. People can feel alignment. It's in your eyes, your silence, your discipline, your posture. A man who is aligned cannot be ignored. He becomes a force. When you're on retention and in alignment, you radiate integrity. Women are drawn not to your looks, but to your energy. Employers and collaborators see your focus. Life begins to cooperate with your mission. This is not magic. It's physics. Aligned energy is magnetic. Unaligned energy is repellent. You don't stumble into alignment. You choose it daily through discipline. Every time you say no to lust, you say yes to alignment. Every time you wake up early, train your body, meditate, create, you reinforce that alignment. Discipline is not restriction. It's redirection. You are not suppressing your energy. You are steering it, like a river that is dammed to power a city. Your discipline channels your energy into something great. On the retention journey, discipline is everything. It keeps you grounded when the urges come. It keeps you focused when life tempts you. And it keeps you aligned when others are lost. Legacy is built through alignment. At the end of your life, it won't matter how much pleasure you had. It will matter what you built, what you gave, what you stood for. Legacy is not built through scattered energy. Legacy is built through alignment. through years of integrity, through disciplined creation, through powerful energy that is directed, not wasted. Retention helps you build this legacy. It gives you the foundation of power needed to lead, love, and leave something behind. A man in alignment does not chase applause. He builds impact. Your seed is not for waste. It is for creation of life, of ideas, of destiny. Alignment is everything. Semen retention is more than just a practice. It is a portal into full alignment. It forces you to bring every part of your life into congruence. Your thoughts, your body, your spirit, your actions, all must speak the same language. Without alignment, you are divided, weak, conflicted. But with alignment, you are powerful, clear, purposeful. In this modern world, men are starving for alignment. They are burnt out by lust, numb by distraction, lost in noise. But you don't have to be one of them. Choose the higher road. Choose the path that builds, not breaks. Choose to protect your seed, your energy, your soul. Because in the end, alignment is everything, and everything flows from it. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and share the video to your brethren.